In this video, we'll talk about the meaning of Zen. You may not have practiced it, but you must surely have heard of Zen. It is a common word, doing the rounds in different circles, primarily where people are looking for a way to simplify their lives. In fact, Zen has often been associated with aspects like tranquility, mindfulness, concentration, and anything else that can help restore some order in today's fast-paced and chaotic lives. In essence, Zen tries to understand the meaning of life without being distracted by logical or rational thought. The practice does demand an intense discipline which, when followed properly, will let you get better at dodging distractions, but this is easier said than done. If you come from the western part of the hemisphere where intellectual thinking and multitasking dominates, it can be challenging to adapt to Zen. The origins of Zen. Historically, Zen has been practiced for centuries in Oriental monasteries by monks and goes by various names. For instance, the Chinese refer to it as Ch'an, the Vietnamese as Tien, and the Koreans as Seon. But it is the Japanese rendering of this aspect of Buddhism that is known as Zen. Zen Buddhism was brought to China by the Indian monk Bodhidharma sometime in the 6th century. There it became known as Ch'an, and then spread to Korea and Japan. Under the 6th Chinese patriarch Huineng, Zen shed many of its inherent Indian trappings, becoming more Chinese. It also became more of the Zen that we now think of. But it was not until the middle of the 20th century that Zen Buddhism became popular in the West. Zen, as we know it today, is a way of living where people find happiness and peace within themselves. They learn to be more aware of their surroundings and the present, rather than be distracted by an influx of information overkill. Zen teaches these individuals to lead a more disciplined and simple life, instead of a contrived and artificial one. So, if you are looking for a way to incorporate more Zen into your life, then read on. Here is a quick rundown of what to include and what to exclude from your life as you start your Zen journey. What to do? At its very basic, Zen teaches you to be fully aware and live in each moment. This means you should work with a single-pointed awareness. For instance, if you're cleaning, then you're fully present for the act of cleaning alone. If you're spending time with family, they are your only focus and nothing else. Or if you're relaxing at home, then you're not thinking about the day's events or worrying about tomorrow. Keeping things simple and focused also lets you understand that less is more. So while you may be doing less, you're giving it your everything and coming out with a gratified experience. Keeping things minimal will also help you figure out what's important and unimportant in life. In a way, it's decluttering your everyday affairs. But decluttering here doesn't only refer to your physical life, as in dealing with everyday activities and chores, but also decluttering your thoughts. Oftentimes, you get caught up in conflicting or confusing thoughts, which can really affect your state of mind. As such, you become distracted, absent-minded, and even distraught. This, in turn, shows up in your behavior, possibly making you fearful, troubled, and preoccupied. You need to rid yourself of all this to lead a Zen life. Then there is your attachment to your goals and dreams. Now, this is not a bad thing as long as you work towards it positively. But if you reach a point where you convince yourself that you can't be happy without it, then you're in trouble. This kind of attachment is not healthy at all. Unfortunately, many people fall victim to this mentality. To enter the Zen zone in your life, you need to answer a few questions first. Ask yourself why you're pursuing your goal. Is it because you believe you'll find happiness? Or is it something that will let you help others? Perhaps you consider it worth spending your time on. Now look on the flip side and see what this pursuit is costing you in terms of your own well-being or the well-being of others. If you find telling yourself that you'll be happy when you achieve your goal, that itself is stopping you from enjoying the moment. Anything that stops you from living in the moment also holds you back from realizing happiness and peace in that very same moment. So, to truly experience a Zen life, you need to work both on your body and your mind. On a physical level, practices like breathing, smiling more, and meditation can all help calm down the chaos in life. But the same can also have a surprisingly calm effect on your mind. If the chaos in your physical life is leveled, then your state of mind will also relax. What not to do? Just as it's important to know what steps to follow when adopting a Zen lifestyle, it's equally important to know what not to do as well. You need to find peace with yourself first before you can proceed onto anything else. And to do that, you need to be happy with who you are. In other words, you can say that you need to get to like yourself better first. How do you do that? Here's how. For starters, you need to stop comparing yourself or your situation to others. When you compare, you sabotage your happiness and start to feel lacking. Negative thoughts like what you have or don't have start to creep up, and you make yourself suffer for no reason. You need to stop that right away. That said, you also need to stop judging. Judging never feels good because judgment is a heavy burden. Another thing you may want to work on is worry. If you want to adopt Zen habits for a healthier, more peaceful lifestyle, you should cut down on worrying about everything. Oftentimes, worry stems from a fear or an urge to feel in control. If you sense that you're starting to lose control, you begin to worry. This is exactly what doesn't work in a Zen lifestyle. Worrying only creates a negative energy within yourself and around you. And with a troubled head on your shoulders, you won't be able to focus on the moment. The do's and don'ts of Zen are a mixed bag. Some are straightforward and quick, while others are more of a work in progress. But in the long run, if you follow these steps consistently, they will come together and change your life in a big way. In this video, we'll talk about don't forget to breathe. You can call this a physical and mental aspect of Zen habits. While the practice itself may be physical in nature, it does have truly amazing mental benefits. Physical because it involves the innate actions of inhalation and exhalation, and mental because your mind and your breathing rate are always linked. Just think about it. A rapid, out-of-control breath results in a rapid, out-of-control mind, or vice versa. In times of emotional stress, your nervous system gets the better of you. This leads to an increase in heart rate and tense muscles. Your breathing becomes rapid, and this impacts your body overall. However, not many people are aware of the healing qualities that breathing holds. Your breath can be used to deal with these fluctuations. This, in turn, results in muscle relaxation and less pressure on the nervous system. On the other hand, when your breathing is calm and controlled, so is your mind. Here is how controlled breathing can help you achieve a Zen life. Breathing for relaxation. Have you ever tried taking a really deep breath? Try it and you will feel more relaxed and less anxious right away. You have no idea how powerful your breath is. Making breathing exercises part of your life can bring about significant improvement, not only in your quality of breath, but also the quality of life. You will feel increased vibrancy and clarity that you may have been missing out on for years. When practicing breathing, opt for calm breathing. Calm breathing basically involves breathing slowly, but is very effective. It reduces physical symptoms such as panic attacks and anxiety. This is a therapy that can be practiced anywhere, anytime. With this technique, when you breathe to relax, you actually teach yourself stress management. And the importance of a calm and controlled mind in Zen habits cannot be undermined. Even people who don't have a Zen lifestyle have been learning to control their breath for a long time. That's because it has long been a method of calming the mind in yoga and meditation, and now it's even being used to quell anxiety and curb panic attacks in medical and psychiatric practices. In essence, controlled breathing helps clear the mind and body of negativity. The same also activates the mind and soul. Ancient yogis have spent ages practicing and refining optimal breathing techniques. To them, breathing is the easiest and most natural way to release stress. The benefits. Breathing for relaxation holds massive benefits. There are many on a physical level, such as detoxification. In fact, when you breathe, your body potentially releases about 70% of toxins. Correct exhalation releases optimal carbon dioxide, which also rids the body of toxins. As this constant state of detox takes place, your mind also clears out and you feel better. In another area, breathing acts as a masseuse for your organs. The stomach, liver, pancreas all receive massage therapy when you breathe. The continuous movements of the diaphragm and abdomen during breathing allows circulation to improve, and studies state that breathing helps strengthen muscles. Proper oxygen supply also helps reduce the burden on the heart. When you breathe properly, you make your lungs efficient. The lungs start receiving more oxygen, which benefits the heart. This reduces pressure on the heart to deliver oxygen to the tissues. On its benefits for the mind, proper breathing helps reduce tension, relaxes the mind, and can even elevate your mood. You know that when you're in a state of anger, your body tightens and tenses and your breathing becomes shallow. As this happens, the supply of oxygen to the body diminishes. But learning to breathe correctly allows the oxygen to properly reach all parts of the body. Likewise, breathing properly has even been connected to reducing the formation of clots. When you breathe purposefully, you allow tightened spots to soften. When this happens, you are able to bring clarity as the body is relaxed. You are also aware that when the mind is at ease, you feel less emotional. With a content state of mind, there is a sense of strength that the body surpasses. In this way, breathing helps reduce emotional stress and the uneasy feelings that come with it. So many of these effects of mindful breathing will make your Zen lifestyle even more effective. You know by now that when your mind is happy, your body responds in the like. So here are a few techniques to relax your mind and body. Some techniques. The complete yogi breath. The principle behind this technique is to fill up your entire abdomen and chest with air. Fresh air should enter your body like a new life force and renew it. This internal process also stretches your spine, tones internal organs, and improves circulation throughout the body. To do this, exhale completely so that everything hollows out. Following a short pause, inhale deeply. As you inhale, feel your belly expand outward. Next, move your focus to your lower back and sides, filling them with air. Once you've filled these with air, shift your focus to your rib cage, filling the midsection of your abdomen. Allow your ribs to puff out. Finally, fill your upper chest area all the way to your collarbones. This should also lift your heart as you come into a tall posture. This entire inhale may be done in a few quick seconds or stretched to an extended period of 15 or so seconds. For the exhale, keep your chest lifted and your posture tall. Starting with the belly first, exhale and empty the belly. Then move toward your spine and empty the midsection. Round off the exhale with emptying the chest. Ideally, your exhale should be longer than your inhale, or at least of equal length. Bellows breath. Inspired by yoga and other meditation techniques, this method can help improve alertness, clarify your mind, and make you energetic. If you feel lazy, hazy, or as if you're moving in slow motion, try this breathing technique. Sitting up tall, relax your shoulders and take a few deep breaths in and out from your nose. Begin the bellows breath by exhaling through your nose. Follow by inhaling through the nose once again. This practice should ensure that your breath comes from your diaphragm. As you breathe in and out, make sure to keep your head, neck, shoulders, and chest absolutely still. Complete one cycle of 10 breaths, followed by a 15 to 30 second break. Start the next round with 20 breaths. Break, and then do a final round of 30 bellows breaths. This practice is best done first thing in the morning when you need to start your day off right. You can also do this during your midday slump or right before a workout session. Breath counting. This is a simple technique used in Zen practices to calm an active mind. Start with abdominal inhales and exhales. At the end of the first exhale, make a mental note saying 1. Inhale, exhale, and mentally count 2. Continue breathing until you reach 10. Next, start counting backwards until you reach 1. The point here is to keep track of the numbers so that your attention stays put and doesn't detract. This exercise is a strength-building one for the mind. It removes distracting thoughts and builds concentration power. So if you've never given much thought to your breathing, now's the time to get started.